we will tell you a story about my venerable companion Khalid bin Al-Walid, known by the nickname the Drawn Sword of God. Khalid bin Al-Walid bin Al-Mughira al-Makhzumi was born in Mecca around the year 592 AD and grew up in a noble Qurayshi family that enjoyed a high status and great wealth. His father, Al-Walid bin Al-Mughira, was one of the most famous leaders of the Quraysh. Khalid received military training from a young age and was famous for his superior equestrian and fighting skills. In the beginnings of the Islamic call, Khalid bin Al-Walid was one of the most ardent opponents of Islam and Muslims. He participated in the Battle of Badr alongside the Quraysh and played a major role in defeating the Muslims in the Battle of Uhud, where he led a surprise attack that changed the course of the battle in favor of the Quraysh. In the 8th year of the Hijrah, after deep thought and contemplation, Khalid bin Al-Walid decided to convert to Islam. Khalid was influenced by his friends who had converted to Islam before him, such as Uthman bin Talha and Ammar bin al-As. When he arrived in Medina, the Prophet Muhammad, may God bless him and grant him peace, welcomed him warmly and gave him the nickname, the Drawn Sword of God, in reference to his courage and strength in battle. After his conversion to Islam, Khalid bin Al-Walid became one of the most prominent military leaders in Islamic history. He led many battles and invasions with great success, including Battle of Mu'tah. Khalid assumed command of the Islamic army after the martyrdom of the 3 commanders appointed by the Prophet, and he was able to successfully lead the army and return them to Medina. Conquest of Mecca. He participated in this historical event that returned Mecca to Islam without a major fight. Battle of Yarmouk. He led the Islamic army against the Byzantines and achieved a decisive victory that paved the way for the conquest of the Levant. Battle of Hunain. He participated in it after the conquest of Mecca and achieved a victory over the Hawazin and Thaqif tribes. Battles of Iraq. Khalid bin Al-Walid led the Islamic conquests in Iraq and achieved great victories against the Persians. After a life full of military and religious achievements, Khalid bin Al-Walid died in the year 642 AD in the city of Homs, Syria. Despite achieving many victories, Khalid bin Al-Walid died in his bed, expressing his sadness that he did not die as a martyr on the battlefield. It is said that he said on his deathbed, "I witnessed such and such a battle, and there is not an inch of space on my body that did not suffer from a sword strike, a spear stab, or an arrow shot. And here I am dying on my bed like a camel dies. So the eyes of cowards have not slept." Khalid bin Al-Walid is considered one of the greatest military leaders in Islamic and world history. His military plans are taught in military academies around the world, and he is remembered for his courage and skill in leadership and management. Khalid bin Al-Walid left an indelible mark on Islamic history and was an example of a brave and loyal leader to his religion and his nation. This is a summary of the life of the great companion Khalid bin Al-Walid, the Drawn Sword of God, who was a model of courage, leadership, and loyalty.